Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, we are in China. We have a thrilling race ahead of us, 28 laps. And it will be, as you can see, it will start with full wet conditions and it will go towards the dry conditions. And I was pretty much, I was happy to see that because I did some time trials tests on full wet circuit, and I know nobody else has done it, so I guess that's my advantage. And I was really hoping for this race. We have 16 corners throughout this track. It's clockwise, so more little bit more corners that go to the right, and this is our first quali run. Right now I'm running that wet setup, 5-7 wings, and rest of it I guess you could see on that MFD. So it's a very tricky track, a lot of technical corners and a lot of traction zones where you can spin very easily. And we will skip to the end. Ahead of us is the AP Legends, a guy from Serbia. He is in Toro Rosso on medium tires. Don't know really why, because we will start on full wet tires, so it doesn't matter which tire you qualify on, you will not start on those tires. And it is 131.860 for us, so it's provisional pole, but that won't be enough for sure. As you can see, we are down to P7, and with 5 seconds to go, 2 seconds to go, we will cross the start finish line, and we can see that, I believe that's Haas behind us. I hope he did manage to start his lap. And this first corner, first two, they are very tricky. I like to use a little bit of throttle while downshifting, so I don't lose that rear end. And this out of turn 3-4 traction zone, I like to put it into a medium, so I avoid that wheel spin that can happen and will. Going through the second sector, trying to hug this apex, not go too wide, because if you go too wide you won't have a very good entry to this corner. That was corner 9. And I was just trying to be as fast as possible. I did manage to do 130.5 in the time trial, but that's time trial, so doesn't matter. We have AP Legends. He went on the soft, so 131.0, very good lap from him. And if you consider guys like TRL Limitless, they do 130.7 in his latest video, so that's a very good lap time from him. So even though it's split 7, we are not slouches after all. And we're finishing our lap here. We are 4/10 up on our previous time, currently P13, and let's see where this lap will put us. And it's P5, I guess. It's P5 for us, so very good starting position. I'm more used to starting down the order, where there's a lot of accidents and stuff. And if you look, there's around 10 people within 4/10 of a second from P4 to P13, I guess. So the pack is really tight, and let us just hope that will give us a good race. So here we are at the grid, the final adjustments on the car setup. I will just put that front wing to 4. I want my car to be a little bit understeery, especially in these conditions. That first 2 corners, the car has a tendency to oversteer while downshifting, and when that happens, your tire temps will go up, and of course you will wear out your tires faster. And since I'm starting from P5, I will start on full wets. But if I was a little bit down the order, I will go risk it with intermediate tires, because I believe the crossover point is very close. And you can see I tried to start from the second gear and didn't get a lot of traction because of it. So this time I won't be using that trick to start the race. and very important to put that repair front wing to yes. If you have any damage, sometimes the auto that just doesn't change it, and then you are in a trouble. So yeah, P5 ahead of us we have Renault, we have I guess Williams, AP Legends in Toro Rosso, and Mark in McLaren. My teammate is a little bit down the order, but I guess he'll make some progress in the race. In this type of conditions, it's most important to be consistent and not make mistakes. That actually wins the race, not the pure pace you have.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Yeah, so we have 1.5 laps worth of fuel more, and away we go. Let's see how is the start. It's pretty okay. I will move to the right so I can block. I guess that's Nox E behind us, and we have a touch with Renault. Thankfully nothing chipped away from our front wing, and we will go down the inside into turn 2, and we are up to P3 from P5. Very good start from us. We are now behind AP Legends and Mark. Mark will have a good shot at AP Legends in that corner 6. Let's see if he will use this opportunity. Yes, he does. Now we have a chance to take the AP Legends maybe around the outside in this long turn 7. He leaves us a lot of space, very nice from him, and that's us in P2 after only 7 corners. So we are on the grid and we are behind the race leader Mark. He proved himself to be very good in this kind of conditions in the first race of this season in Australia. He and his teammate, who is, I believe, by the looks of the things, dead last. Something must have happened down there. And yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If you start down the order, there's a lot of chance of getting into some stupid accidents, and yeah, that can pretty much ruin your race. And check out that left rear tire. It's already at 81 degrees Celsius, so the crossover point is very close. And look at this, I actually forgot to brake, even though I have that racing line. I was just focusing so much on the Mark, and yeah, now he will get a little bit away from us. But I believe in my wet wear pace. As you can see, yeah, we are setting fastest lap. With Mark, we are just 50 milliseconds faster than him, so we are very close on the pace. So I guess the winner will be decided by who makes the less mistakes. Yeah. So we are only 0.6 seconds behind him, and in this long corner 13, you must be very tight. His line is not very good. He will struggle to put the power down. As you can see, he is even more struggling because he is impatient. I guess he can sense that we are very close to him. And in this lap, we will pit for the inters. This is a crossover points, and we will go. We will leave him a lot of space on the outside. And yeah, look at this. We get 10 seconds time penalty and half spin. Oh my freaking god, I cannot believe this just happened. This was our, I think, by far the best chance of us for winning the race, and we are now down to P6, luckily or whatever. There's a Ferrari, I think it was Menk. He stayed on the track on those wet tires, so I hope we will jump him through the pits. And let's see where do we go out. So we are behind Ranky. Kinako is behind us. I guess he had to fix his front wing or something like that. And yeah, now we have a real mountain to climb in this race. It could be so, let's say, easy for us, but no. Why should we go the easy way, but we can go the hard way? Anyways, we continue on. This is Ranky, he is in Williams. He qualified P2, and I think it's my best shot at him to overtake him while it is this mixed treacherous conditions, because he should be faster than us in the dry. dry weather conditions, and as you can see he goes wide, which gives us that much better exit than him, and we will have a shot at him in this hairpin of turn 14, and yeah, he doesn't give us he doesn't cause us a lot of problems, and we will go quite easily into this corner, and we are now in P3, but effectively who knows where because of that 10 seconds time penalty, but we do have a pace. We have a great pace in this race. I don't know where I have it from, but yeah, we caught up with Max Doodle pretty fast, and I just put into rich and hot lap, and look how much ground we make on him, and yeah, this was yeah, pretty straightforward overtake. He didn't try to go down our inside, and yeah, we have a little bit of clear track in front of us. It's lap 11 and only Mark ahead of us, and I don't expect on overtaking him unless he makes some kind of mistake. Yeah, because he should be very good, and oh my lord, look what...
Green flag.
Look who's there, it was Mark. He went into half spin, so everybody seems to be making some kind of mistakes in this race, and he fell down to P4 I guess, and lap 12 you can see just how much front tires are locking, and yeah, it's time to go to the dry tires, and that's something that needs to be fixed for future games, I guess. This weather, I think the weather conditions are changing just too fast, and you can see the entire track is dry, even the pit lane where nobody is driving, so if you think about it, it should be like wet as fuck. But anyways, we continue on, and almost lost the car on the pit exit. Yeah, it was just a little bit too fast on the throttle, and we can see Max Doodle, who was behind us. He went on hard tires, and Mark has made an overtake on Renke. I believe he's now in P3, so now all we have to do is make 10 seconds, have 10 seconds advantage over the second place in order to win this race, and thankfully Max Doodle is on hard tires, so on the raw pace we should be faster than him, and we should be able to make that difference. And this is 1:35.969 from us on lap 16, and we will stay on board for this lap. It is actually the fastest lap of my race, and now you can see what lines I'm taking, how I manage my fuel mix and ERS deployment. So yeah, that's pretty much how I drive around this track. I try to play as much as I can with the fuel mix and the ERS. I usually don't leave it as is throughout the lap. I always change it. And now look at P2. Mark has overtook Max Doodle, and we are around 10 seconds in front of him, but he was faster in the dry than I was. And let's hope I will be able to be like 10 seconds ahead of him. The last lap I was 9.999, so if the race stopped then he would win by 1 millisecond. And yeah, we can see You'll be able to see right now just how close we were on the pace. It's 9.9, 9.8, and I must say this was by far my best drive since I'm racing in this league. I was I was doing high 35s, 35, 8, 7, 6, even 393, and I was pretty much consistent, well, except from this lap. I was pretty much the same in the first two sectors. I would only screw up in that last sector. That's because of that hard traction zone out of turn 13. I was losing, yeah, that was the only place where I was losing time. I was just a little bit cautious, and yeah, we can see now it's 10.4 ahead of Mark, but yeah, I really must not relax, because when you relax, that's when you start making mistakes, and we are now behind the Williams, and I was really hoping to catch him by the DRS detection point, so I can get some DRS, but no, he will let me go in this turn 2. Very nice from him. I would wave to him to say thank you, but yeah, I can't afford that right now. And in this penultimate lap, I'm using high RS, so I can put it into high and overtake. In this last lap, lap 28, we are, let's see just how far ahead of Mark we are. It is, come on, we are 11.3 seconds ahead of him, so we are 1.3 seconds clear. And if we don't make any mistake or get any penalties, yeah, that should be it. And look at my first sector, only 0.078 down on the best lap, so tires are very good. I was just amazed how good they were behaving on this stint, even though it was a bit longer than I used to do. On these medium tires, it's usually no longer than 13 laps, and this is like lap 17 on them, I guess. And I think Mark has made one more lap on these tires, so we have that little bit advantage over him, and we are only 10th down on our best lap. So yeah, we have amazing consistency throughout the race, even though I felt a lot of pressure, yeah, because of that 10 seconds penalty, but I knew this was my best shot so far in the season. And yeah, you gotta take every opportunity that comes before you. If you don't, somebody else will. And yeah, Itzko posting the fastest lap, but he's not in the top 10, and we will go across the line and pray that Mark didn't pull some kind of trickery to catch that 1.3 second deficit he had on us. And we'll now switch to him, and he's going over the line. Come on, yeah, oh yes, come on, 2.167 behind us, Mark in that papaya orange McLaren Renault. And yeah, that's a first win for us in this season, not the first in AOR, but yeah, it's the sweetest. My first win was way back in, I guess, last season or 2 seasons ago in Russia, and this is the timetable results, final results. So we can see our teammate ended in P9 from P14, so he made a couple of positions, and yeah, that's 2 points for him. And for us in the constructors, I guess I got the fastest lap of the race as well. It only counts if you're inside top 10, so yeah, amazing race for me. I don't know just how I did it, because I'm never like this fast or dominant or whatever in the race. And yeah, you can see just how consistent my laps were, and yeah, that's also something new, and I hope it will stay like this for the next race, which is Azerbaijan, Baku, and like I guess I will be pretty strong on that track, because it's very technical, but it's technically in completely another way from this Chinese Grand Prix. And anyways, that's it for this race. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.